Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's the Ravens going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's get you to a hot and humid South Florida as we welcome in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, stay hydrated.
Okay, Larry, it's a late afternoon start here on a hot and humid afternoon in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Ready for football now on a sunny Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15.
False start, offense. Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Again, it's Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Fasano here brings it in. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw again. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. And Landry just snuck into the top 10 this year in receiving yardage, 1,136, finishing the year with 94 catches.
And what makes him super dangerous is his ability to convert from being a wide receiver to a running back after making the catch. Because I've talked with a number of defensive backs in the NFL, and all of them, independent of each other, say the exact same thing. Tackling him in the open field is difficult, and he leaves an impact when you do actually bring him down.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go to Johnson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Holding. Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Frank's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Here's West. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Ravens a first down. The ground game, no doubt, that was an issue for Baltimore this year, finishing 28th. Now, West, he was their leader, but only 774 yards.
Can you believe you just said that? The ground game was an issue for Baltimore?
Yeah.
Because that's what they're based on. I mean, that's who they are offensively. Being able to run the football, set that tone, set that physicality, and then throw the ball off of it. That wasn't Ravens football in 2016. I can't wait to see what they do next season. And will Terrence West be their lead running back?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's West again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it with West. Room here to run. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Finding time. Caught left side, Williams. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now West. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. A first carry for the Vets, Danny Woodhead. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. This is West. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run again here with West. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. 3-0 is our score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Danny Woodhead, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They begin the drive with Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it with Williams. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Surveying the field. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the decision to bring it out proves somewhat fruitful as he is able to get it across the 25 by a little bit. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come out here in the eye. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll run the option left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. Great protection. Going deep here for Landry. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll come out in the pistol. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 31 yards. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Franks for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. They begin here with a run by West. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They're going to look to throw. He's got time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To throw now on first down. Setting up the screen for West. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terrence West, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Parker, left side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Three yards left to grab here on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a third down and 12 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the option going right. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Dolphins right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Ravens look like they'll be in this game for 4 quarters. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Here, Landry will make the catch in traffic, and he'll end up picking up 18 yards on the play. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. 3rd down from inside the 20. Woodhead's got nobody around him on the catch, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Ravens go up by 4. Dolphins on offense midway through the 2nd. Johnson's going to look for a gap, and he'll take this 4 yards for the score. They go ahead by 3. Dolphins line up at the 31. Grant's the target on the quick pass, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. The Dolphins push the lead to 10. Ravens have it late in the 2nd. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. now trailing by just 3.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins defense, they get... Set to go here. Their first crack here in the second half defensively. You always hope to set that tone, don't you, partner?
Without a doubt. Go out, stuff them on defense, and let everyone know that, hey, we are really ready to play here in the second half, because oftentimes you come out to start a half and people see a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a dip after having been off their feet.
Second drive of the second half.
day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, it's Dixon. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now on first, Dixon again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's three levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the third level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Here we go. Green 39.
And now a first chance for the blitz coming, and down he goes. Neville Hewitt coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Griff Whalen, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Let's see. The defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a third and long.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Mallet. He hits West underneath. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Mallet now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll try again with Dixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know a field goal ties it, but I'm not just tempted to go for it. I say do it. At this spot of the field, go get the touchdown.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie things at 17 all. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. 3-19.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3-19.
More now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Moore. Surveying the field. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And the Ravens taking the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
On the give, this is Dixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They stay on the ground with Dixon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff for Dixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
What's left? What's left? Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Back there, Philly. Here we go. He's checking crap.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Hey. Got three. Let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Tight ends on the loose. Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So now here's the kicker, Andrew Franks, in a pressure spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, David. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Mallet. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's brought down after a good game.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Mallet now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And now it's second and goal. Now it's Dixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. A tackle that time by William Hayes.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Right side catch, Gilmore. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down by 3. What do I want to do here?
Well, you want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now Moore. He's got his man. It's Williams.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Snap count threw the defense off, 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense. Still 3rd down.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. More now. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Rainey now to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go! 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Kenneth Dixon, the running back, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Mallett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
The penalty. It's Johnson. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
He's still barreling through. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's given him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Franks to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They go to Johnson again. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds his man. It's Duarte. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Frank's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mallet now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right side catch, Gilmore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Surveying the field. Drops it underneath to Dixon.
Holding, offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Mallet. Caught left side, Gilmore. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 14 there, and that'll be good for a Baltimore first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got time in the pocket. A dump off for Dixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mallet now. And the catch is made over the middle by Whalen. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And out come the Dolphins now. Well, they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Johnson on the counter. And he'll look. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.